Welcome to the Truman Charities podcast. I am Jamie Truman, your host. Usually on this podcast, I talk to founders of nonprofits and I ask all the questions that you would want to know before you decide if you would like to get involved with that organization. But today's going to be a little bit different. I've started to do recaps after each of our events and summarize what we've been doing and also answering some of the questions that I get from all of you about different aspects of our organization. And today I'm going to talk to Rob Mercer, which is one of the individuals on our board, and he's in charge of Bethesda's Best Happy Hour. I get a lot of questions about what exactly Bethesda's Best Happy Hour is and why it's important for us to incorporate it within our charity organization. If you are listening right now and you have not heard of Truman Charities, I'm the co-founder of Truman Charities. We started 14 years ago. We are a 100% volunteer-based organization. And within those 14 years, we've raised $1.5 million for various different charities. And we have wonderful board members that help us every step of the way so we are able to be as successful as we have been. The last event that we had, which was last Saturday on February 25th, we had our event at Tommy Joe's and it was benefiting KIND, Kids in Need distributors. And it was our best event yet. We raised $54,470 for KIND. And the most exciting part about that is that every single dollar that was raised goes directly to helping feed these children that are in need. Now, KIND helps distribute food for kids that are in the free and reduced lunch program in Montgomery County on the weekends and also through summer school. It costs $150 to feed one child throughout the school year and summer school. So, oh gosh, let me do a calculator right now. So let's see. We raised $54,470. And we're going to divide that by 150. 363 children we were able to help feed for the whole entire school year plus summer school, all because of our very generous sponsors and also the individuals and companies that donated an item for our auction. I want to real quickly, before I actually talk to Rob, I want to run through our sponsors real quick because these individuals and companies find it so important to give back to their community as well. And so we appreciate them so much because we would have never been able to have our most successful event without these individuals. So our title sponsors were the Ursula family, Cindy Truman Hoff family, Truman family, gold sponsors, Boone and Sons, Marazzi Pizza, Medium Rare, Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Burke family, Aspen Real Estate Settlements, First Home Mortgage, Maryland Live, Casino and Hotel, Don McGlynn, Maury Home Team Compass. So what else? Remax Realty Services, Scotty's Vodka, Paragon Title, Sassy Agency, Genius Chimney Services, Jeremy Holmes, Robert Joseph Accounting and Finance Research Forum. And then we also have supporters, which were the First Washington Mortgage, Dave Utterman, Dave and Diane Stefano, Strongest Heart Small Business Advisors, which is Gary Helt, Larry Langston, and Wendy Albertini, and of course, Tommy Joe's Bar and Grill, which is where we have our events every single time. All right, let's talk to Rob right now about our Bethesda's Best Happy Hour and answer all the questions you may have. Hey, Rob, how are you?
I'm great today. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So you are the board member that came up with Bethesda's Best Happy Hour. And I want to talk a little bit about that because I get a lot of emails and DMs about it. And people want to know a little bit more information. But before that, you are a senior loan officer, branch manager for First Home Mortgage in Bethesda. So you're insanely busy. Why did you decide to join Truman Charities as a board member?
So I was always looking for a way to combine what I do networking wise, meeting people in and around the Bethesda area and all of Maryland and putting a philanthropic, a charity spin on it. So I was looking and Truman Charities was introduced to me. I met Jerry and the folks at Truman Charities, fell in love with the idea of somehow bringing the people I know and my desire to network to Truman Charities. And I think it's been a great marriage. I've had a great time.
So we were doing happy hours the month after as a thank you to the sponsors and to people that had donated auction items for our events. And then you came up with having it as an ongoing thing every month. So how did that happen?
So Bethesda's Best Happy Hour was an idea I stole from a group of people down in Annapolis. This was years and years ago. Everybody related to the real estate industry got together at a particular bar, and they got discounted drinks, had a great time, and shook hands, a lot of backslapping, and got to network in a fun way. And so I said, well, why aren't we doing that in Bethesda? And so that was the original idea, that I was going to have a happy hour for real estate professionals. But when I found Truman Charities, I thought, well, this is a much better idea. Let's partner with Truman Charities so that they could push the idea of Bethesda's Best Happy Hour, a networking event once a month that is fun and just a great opportunity to meet people. They could push it out. I could push it out. We could get a lot of people there and have a great time. While the partnership that I love is that Truman Charities can spread the great work that they do. They could let people know at this happy hour, hey, check us out for what we do. And so, it's a great way for me to meet people, other people to meet people, and Truman Charities to spread the word on how great they are.
Yeah. And I've noticed that what you've been able to do too is you've partnered up with a couple different charities and just done something simple as a coat drive or something like that for people that are coming to the networking event, if they choose to bring extra coats that they have or not, something simple like that as well.
So we can't keep anything easy. It has to be complicated, of course. So you're getting a lot of different people shaking hands and making this work here. It is Bethesda's Best Happy Hour partnered with Truman Charities. And we love to invite a local charity, like somebody doing a diaper drive, somebody doing a coat drive, somebody doing a canned goods. Why not? It makes you feel great to show up with a can of peas at a happy hour and help feed some folks. So that's the whole premise behind it, that we're checking a whole bunch of boxes. And at the end of the day, bringing smiles to a lot of people's faces while maybe networking and growing your businesses.
So can you think of anybody that has come to Bethesda's Best Happy Hour that has a positive experience from the networking event?
Well, you know what? Honestly, there's so many examples of people who are new to their careers and just don't really know how to network. There are people who don't enjoy networking. How do I set up something where I can meet a lot of people? There are people looking for new jobs. There are people looking for new friends that show up at Bethesda's Best Happy Hour. And it's just a great way. I mean, every single person there, this is important to know, is open to you reaching out your hand and saying, hi, my name is Rob. I'm in the mortgage business. It's my pleasure to meet you. Let's go check out the chicken wings over there and grab a beer. And so that's all it is. To me, I'm sort of shocked, to be honest with you. This is such a no-brainer, such an easy way for anyone interested in finding a way to network and have a good time to just show up once a month. We try to do it the second Thursday of each month. It's always at Tommy Joe's. And so come to Bethesda's Best Happy Hour, partnered with Truman Charities, and keep an eye open for our local drive, our charity drive, or our community, activity. And stick out your hand, say hi, and let's have some fun.
Yes. So people that are listening, as I said previously, I get a lot of emails and DMs. Email me at info@trumancharities.com and I will make sure that you are on the list. We send out invitations every single month, so you have all the information that you need and that you can RSVP. And so we know that you are going to be there, which is fantastic. Rob, how do you see Bethesda's Best Happy Hour in the future?
So what I do want to mention too is people get caught up in the rules. What are the rules of this happy hour? Is it one person per occupation? There's no rules. Just come and have a good time. That's it. And that again is why I think it's so easy to get involved and embrace this idea of once a month getting together. I see it growing. I really do. People come once and they're hooked. They come again because they realize, that it's fun. So I see it growing. I see some, I think we average anywhere from inclement weather, 30 people. or a tough day, around a holiday, 30 people, to we've had 60, 70 people at some of these happy hours. So, I'm gonna scare the hosts of over at Tommy Joe's, but I see us reaching 100 people at these things. I really do.
Oh, I can see that. Since when we first started to now, I've been really impressed of how much it's grown in such a short amount of time. Yeah. So, Rob, I want to thank you so much for coming on here and explaining a little bit about Bethesda's Best Happy Hour. Now, for everybody that's listening here, you may or may not know this. You probably don't. I had mentioned before that on Fridays, we have a 30-minute call that for Truman Charities, everybody on the board, and we kind of wrap up everything. And Rob is one of the funniest people that I've personally ever met. If you're around him, he is hilarious. So you close every single one of our meetings with a joke of the day. And I just think that you should do this as well today.
I usually prepare. How about
this? You got a joke.
Wow. I wish I had prepared. How about this? I promise when you show up at Bethesda's Best Hour on March 9th, okay, I'll have several jokes of the day to anybody who comes up and says hi to me. I'll be ready.
You better have jokes ready.
I promise.
All right. Thank you so much, Rob. And we will see everybody at the next Bethesda's Best Happy Hour.
This is great. Thank you so much for your time. Hope to see you on March 9th.
All right. Bye.
Bye now.
If you liked this episode, please make sure to rate and review our podcast. That is how more people learn about the Truman Charities podcast and our organization. And to make sure you don't miss any of our future episodes, subscribe. If you'd like to follow Truman Charities, you can follow us on Facebook at Truman Charities, Instagram at Jamie_Truman Charities, and check out our website, trumancharities.com.